Yeah, hi there, and these comments are for, I'm just going to use your initials N, and you gave me a comment over at my website, so I'm definitely going to answer your questions right now. So you say, I want to take the TOEFL next month. I need to improve from 78 to at least 85 to 92. Which of your course options do you recommend me? I got 18 in the reading, 18 in the listening, 20 in the speaking, and 22 in the writing. I'd like to start as soon as possible. Good question. Okay, let's take a look at the highest score you seek, 92, right? So you want to go from 78 to 92. You're looking at approximately 14 points. A lot of students, to be honest with you, they usually improve about 5 to 10 points in their overall score before they reach their goal, and that's each month. So my best guess, now remember here, I cannot guarantee anything here. Every student is different. We all have different study habits. The only thing I can tell you is this. When you're using my website, when you have questions, of course, you can send me an email. I will try to help you. So you can look at me as your coach, as your tutor. All of my lessons are independent, which means if you're pretty motivated and you use my course on a day-to-day basis, you will get some pretty good improvement, right? So I'm going to say 60 days. I think it's probably reasonable for what you're trying to do. So I'm going to recommend my 60-day TOEFL study guide, which will give you a sampling of some of the lessons from my course to help you improve your academic English language abilities in 7 specific areas: vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Now, you got to do some extra practice here with your reading and your listening. These 2 sections are killing your score right now. You need to get those closer to, say, 23 or 24 out of 30. That's going to help you a lot with your overall score, am I right? So my recommendation here is, in addition to using my online TOEFL course, you probably already know, I'm going to recommend that you engage in a regular routine of reading and listening. I recommend that you practice reading about 45 minutes a day. I also recommend about the same amount of time with listening. So with your reading, find materials you have an interest in, because you're more likely to read if you do that. That's going to help motivate you. Now, I recommend things like newspapers, magazines, and books. And with listening materials, focus on TV if you have it, news, documentary, history, and also science programs can be good. Now, if you don't have English TV, there's 3 websites. I recommend them right now. National Public Radio. Number 2, TED Talks. Number 3, Randall Cyber Listening Lab. These 3 websites will give you a lot of practice with listening. Remember though, you want to be an active reader and an active listener, am I right? So, you should engage in note-taking. You should focus on getting the main and the most important supporting points and main points of these reading and listening passages. Using your notes, as I always say, write 3 250-word academic summaries each week. This is very important. This will also help you. Your writing is pretty good, but still this is going to help you think better. You will speak more clearly and all these things if you practice some of these ideas. Now, you should also practice speaking about these reading and listening passages. So again, using your notes, give at least 3 to 5 oral summaries each week, record them, and then listen to them. You can listen to them for pronunciation, for your vocabulary, your grammar usage, and also for your topic development. Now, for me, the way I help you is you can post speaking, writing, and pronunciation practice tests on my website, and then I will score them in about 24 hours of your having completed them. You see what I'm saying? Now, you can't do that from a book. You can't have somebody like me helping you as you're working on your TOEFL skills, right? So that's kind of how you can use me. My course is inexpensive. It's not going to break the bank. It's effective as long as you use it. You got to be motivated. You got to be a self-starter. You need to go through all those lessons. So following my 3 suggestions, remember, 1, reading every day, then practicing listening every day. Remember that you're writing and speaking about this information. Number 3, you also want to go through the lessons in my 60-day TOEFL study guide. And that, my friend, if you can do this over about 60 days, I'm hoping, I can't guarantee, but I'm hoping that this will give you the edge you need to get that score 92. Now, if you want, at the end of the 60 days of your study, you can certainly take a full-length IBT practice test directly at my website, and that will give you some feedback. You can see what your score is right now, and then you can make a decision about whether or not you're ready to register for the official TOEFL exam. All right, anyway, thank you very much for your comments, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.